just going to get back to the coin. So I'm just looking here. We've still got all right DPI in coin, but if I come and have a look, let's say the 2 hour, we can just see that it's gone a little bit past middling. It's up into like a definite sideways. Just this little nib here shows it as a sideways. When you have a rising price, you can get spikes, but they tend to flatten quite quickly. This one here isn't so obvious. You had to be looking at it close by, close in. But then we can see these selling periods that are going sideways, and we've got some buying. Now we're just up into a sort of more flat period. And if I just show you, we've just slid across and we've got a lot more hedging in place. We rolled these going into the week. We can have a look at them any way we want, but there's not the high sort of gamma ones there. We've dropped off. Even if I go back to our 45-day one, if I go into a 16-day group of DTEs, 0 to 16, still we're dropping into this heavy period. So we lost a whole lot of the greens. We lost a whole lot of the calls here, and we did lose some puts, but we really only lost somewhere in the order of 1,000 as opposed to half. So that's where that strength has come from. It doesn't matter what time zone I look at. We've just had a lot of them shut down. I don't quite know what that means. Coin's usually a leading factor. I don't know whether that means that we're going to get the same in Bitcoin. Maybe they're a bit nervous that we're only going to get a 25-point reduction today. Just going back in, having a quick look at Mara here. Mara's had a big candle today, so a really good buy. And it shifted the needle. If we have a look here, it's put us back into the strongest position we've been in for a while. After yesterday being a little bit flat and going out wide, I did expect it to be green because of the buying, and it definitely was. If we just go and have a look, no, even on the 1 hour is probably green. We just had these big buys across the bottom. It's really been filling. At some stage, it's going to be worth buying, but I'm going to leave it out for this week. It's not that I expect sideways. I just don't know what's going to happen with the foaming. We can just see we've got less of these square tops, and then we're just getting a sharp top, which is definitely telling us that we're in a rising time rather than a sideways or a selling time. You can just see for flat top is a selling time, flat top is a selling time. These little flat tops are telling us that we're still going sideways, even though we've had some buying. And now, the only time we've topped, it's been very sharp, and we've been on with it. It's just a moment of getting to maybe a little bit like an oversold, and then we've had buying start again. So I'm just going to put down Mara as a good strong indicator for continuing green at the moment. So again, you can see here we've had some sideways, some flat selling. We then had some buying, and then we've just had a very short top, and those short tops really show us these spikes that we're out of the sideways. Look here at the moment, we are going a little bit sideways, but I don't think that it's we're really down low in the selling game. We're down in this sort of area. We're not up in a long flat section well above. That might change today. We had the OI did look a little bit more amber in IBIT, and we did see some topping in the DPI. If we have a quick look, the GBTC has only one sharp top in the 15-minute, which is where I'm looking, but you can see that we've really squared. We had a little bit of buy into the close with IBIT over the last 2 days. And let's have a look at BITO. BITO's the same, just selling all day. So a bit negative. It's a selling day. It's a little bit amber in those two. I'm going to put in amber in both of those. Let's just have a look at what it must to say. Muster, it's green. Like we've gone from flat sideways stuff to sharper stuff staying underneath. So I think look, to be expected, but it's been reasonably sharp. We've gone into an slightly overbought, and it's returned back, and it's been buying hard. So I think that's good as well in those in Muster and Mustex. Just quick look at the DPI here. I'm just looking at this as Mustex, and it's had a good build of DPI, and it's topped out a little bit here. If we have a look at it, we can see that there was a strong closing. We've lost 2,000, sort of 10% of the hedging, but we've actually increased as we've gone into this higher gamma, and we've had some good buying in those in the money calls. If we look at Muster that I was just looking at a moment ago, we could see this buying coming into the close. Just having a look at the industry stuff. This is Bitcoin. Again, we can see this really strong DPI, which suggests that this dip has been bought the whole way through, which is really good. That means that we should get some long-term stay out of it. Let's just see what the miners are saying. And the miners too, it's getting a little bit toppy. This is DPI is a little bit toppy. You can see when you hit these little tops, they tend to slow you down when you see something like that. And just quickly looking, you can see it's very strong here. Nothing's really changed. If I just go through, this was the Bitcoin. Bitcoin was strong. It's rolled well and got quite a bit tighter, the Bitcoin proxy there. And we'll just have a look at the miners. And the miners too. Yeah, there's a lot out here, but there's a lot of, because of the high IV, there tends to be a lot of selling of puts. It's a difficult one when we have the whole mix to look at. And that's about it. I might just check Wolf very quickly. Wolf has had some aggressive buying there. Let's have a look at it on the 30. I didn't even see what it did today. Yeah, no, it's had like quite a strong. The DPI is very low during this period. We've been down in the 30s, which is just really sort of hanging at where it is. But we can see that yesterday and today we've managed to stay in that sort of 60 zone, and we've come out of that hedging problem that Wolf was seeing there. If we just have a look what it said today, it did 4 for 4. That's a good day. It's really only into the end that we saw that that buying. The start of the day, that was Monday, Tuesday. So it's definitely not as strong there, but it's whatever it's happened, it's squeezed up and looks a bit like a small teacup and handle. This is sideways, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some more sideways action from Wolf. And look, I was just going to check BMR for the last of them. BMR's really ducked down and had a good strong buying into the close. I missed taking a position on this when we had this sideways action here. Hard to pick. I was just trying to buy it into Tuesday afternoon. And you can just see here, as we came into Tuesday afternoon, we had that rise up. Anyway, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon. That's about it for the crypto and the crypto miners. You have a good day, and I'll post this